Hey guys, this is Morgan and I'm going to show you how to do an abhyanga bath. So this is a bath from the Ayurvedic lineage where you use oils to massage the outside of your skin, your hair, you get it all up in your business, and then you wash yourself off with an exfoliant, and it creates a cleansing, because rubbing the oil on your skin is gonna, just get rid of some extra dirt, some moisturizing, obviously, you're getting some oil in there. But for my purposes and how I sell it is it's a form of self-love. And the way I mentioned it to you guys was you can actually lose weight doing this. And part of that is you're giving yourself a lymphatic massage. So the lymph system is a valve system. So every time you can push up whatever is stuck in the lymph system, whatever your blood has been like, okay, body, we need to get this out of here, you can actually help it by pushing it. And you want to push in the direction of your kidneys, because that's ultimately what's going to get that stuff out of there. That's what's going to be filtering through. So I have a towel here. Okay, so safety first. I'm in my shower, and then I have a towel because you guys, it's going to get real slippery. This is straight oil. You're going to rub all over your body. So I'm going to get started, and then I'll tell you a few more facts about it. So I use sesame oil. This is organic sesame oil from Mountain Rose Herbs. I don't have any affiliation with them, although I should. I should reach out to them and see if they have that. I'm sure they do. Sesame oil, according to Ayurveda, is appropriate for every dosha, every kind of body type. And okay, so I'm starting at the bottom. I don't do the bottom of my feet because that would be a little bit dangerous, but I'm gonna go up, right? Because I'm going towards my kidneys. And I like a little bit of pressure, but not too much. So I'm kind of digging my hands in. If you're more of a kitty cat, you can just kind of like pet yourself up your leg. And I'm gonna do probably about like a tablespoon per body segment. So for like my knee to my ankle, that was about a tablespoon. Now for my thigh, it's gonna be about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half, right? Okay, and then I'm just trying to coat it. So imagine like if this had a color, like I would just be coloring in my skin. And then any place you have scars, like I have this great ACL surgery tear, give it a little extra rub, because that'll help stimulate your body to get rid of the scar tissue and actually create the healthy skin that deserves to be there. Okay, so this helps you lose weight because it helps your body actually flush out, I'm gonna say the toxins, because that's literally what your kidneys do. But you get a little bit of, a little extra help when you apply that pressure. That's why receiving massage feels so good. But also you get to like tell your body and each individual body part, like, hey, I noticed you, and like, I want you to feel better, right? So you can kind of say that consciously, like, hey leg, you've been working really hard for me. We just got done with a 25-mile bike ride that was like straight up, basically, up Gibraltar here in Santa Barbara. You will get tons of hairs on you. I have hairs on me all day long. Okay, so I do one leg, I do the other leg. So I'm up to about, what are we at? 2 tablespoons. This was a healthy tablespoon coming up here. Okay, so if you do practice yoga, this is a nice place to do, like, in the hot power practice, you can do extended leg pose like this to help work on your balance. But if you need like a stool or something, or you could even do this sitting down, but probably on a towel, because you're gonna get oil all over the place. An old towel, okay? So you can spend as much or as little time as you want, but I like to offer each little spot like a little bit of gratitude, a little bit of thank you, and I want to like really feel it. So there are certain parts of our body that it's hard to feel that gratitude, right? Like belly, sometimes it's hard to feel gratitude for this little belly. But the truth is, especially for women, like that little pooch is always going to exist. And it's a real gift. Evolutionarily speaking, we evolved to have a little bit extra there to protect our wombs from UV radiation. I have no scientific basis for this. This is something someone told me, and I really love believing it. I just need this to be true, so I completely believe it. Okay, I'm looking pretty oiled up. I look like I could enter a muscle competition right now. So I've done my legs. I'm gonna start with my arms. So probably about a tablespoon for the full arm is gonna be enough. If you use your arms a lot, especially your shoulders, just give yourself a massage, right? sure to get your armpits too, especially if you use deodorant. Stop using deodorant. Stop doing that to yourself. You don't need it. If you have like dry elbows, you can give it a little extra attention there. I have a pretty gnarly bruise. Oh, it's fading away. So I like to give it a little bit of extra love. And then just sending that message of like, hey, thanks arm, thanks left arm. You've been working really hard for me and I really appreciate you. All right, we'll do right arm next. So the other way this helps you lose weight is when you offer yourself these moments of self-love where you're just touching your body responds by just being really happy and letting go of all the fear and all the anxiety and all the stuff that keeps you in a body that just has some extra. And there's no size, there's no number that's going to be appropriate for your body. For me, I define health as my body is capable of doing what I want it to do. So if I want to go ride 25 miles up 3,600 feet, I can go do that and not think about it too much and not feel pain, you know, and I had to train to get up to that point. But there was a time when, you know, I had that ACL surgery. It was about a 1.5 year long recovery. It took a long time and I couldn't do any of those things. So that's where like I came up with that definition for health is I can do the things that I want to do and it feels good. Okay, so when you come to the belly, here's a little traditional Chinese medicine thing. You take your hands and you go 36 times in one direction and then 36 times in the other direction, and that's supposed to help with your digestion. If you've just eaten, don't do this. No, this is more for the morning. I like to do kind of a little combo thing here. Okay, so I've gotten most of my body here. When it comes into your back, here's a little trick. You get it, oh my gosh, my hair is all over the place. You get it more like the back of your hands, and then you kind of ooch the back of your hand up, and then you can bring the hand down. You've got the archer's arms if you're into yoga at all. But yeah, you really want this covering like, oh, every little bit of your skin. And then obviously I'm not going to show this on camera, but you can get it like in between your cheeks. You want it in your ears, you want it in your nose, your lips, your face, definitely. So as I was mentioning, I use sesame oil. If you have a vata, dominant dosha, you can use coconut oil. If you have pitta, sweet almond oil might be nice for you. Yeah, you can rub it on your face. This is oil cleansing. We're gonna rinse it off with soap, no big deal. And then I like to get it all up in my hair as well. It's so glorious, especially if you have lush, coarse, curly hair like mine that just soaks up moisture all day long. And you wanna get it like saturated. Okay, so I do this maybe a few times a month. For the ladies, coming up on your period is a nice time to give yourself this, you know, little 10-minute ritual. We're at about 8 minutes right now, so it doesn't have to take forever, but you know, if you have a half an hour, you can really take your time with it. If you find some sweet spots, like in the arms, right up here by the elbows, a nice place to dig a thumb in. Down here by the knees, that's a nice place to get a little extra massage. And then the kidneys, you know, you have some adrenal fatigue. A lot of us do right now. You can give that a little bit of extra support. But yeah, for that really soft, luxurious hair, you want to get it all up in there. All right, I'm going to take a shower from here. I use just Dr. Bronner's soap and a washcloth to exfoliate. If you have a fancier exfoliant hanging around, like some salt, you're welcome to use those. I don't need much. I like a little bit of a layer. The other nice thing about this practice is it creates an energetic barrier for yourself. So it prevents energy from coming in. And it is said it can also prevent pathogens from crossing over your path. But for me, it's all about just creating that barrier of self-love where the only thing you're going to allow in is love and the only thing you're going to put out is love. Namaste, friends.